All right, everybody. Said I was going to do this before that clock hits midnight. So here's my second rant of the day. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm trying to move. Give me a moment here. All right, this is the best I can do, but let's get to it. May 2nd, 2006. Havoc and Prodigy, the Infamous Mobb Deep, released their 7th album, Blood Money. The duo's first and only album under G Unit and Interscope Records. Let me see. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart. Only guest appearances on the album are guest appearances by G Unit members 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, and Young Buck. It also features Mary J. Blige and Nate Dogg. This is the first and only Mobb Deep album to not feature Big Noyd. Several singles include Put 'Em in Their Place, Give It To Me, Have a Party off the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, and Creep. And of course, the Out of Control remix. My thoughts about Mobb Deep's Blood Money, looking back on it 15 years later. I feel like this is one of the duo's most underrated albums that nobody really talks about, because Mobb Deep was signed to G Unit at the time. I had no problem with them being signed to G Unit. I mean, G Unit was big at the time back in the 2000s. I mean, it was big in the 2000s with G Unit. You had 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, Young Buck, Spider Loc, Olivia, M.O.P., Mobb Deep. You had all these guys signed to G Unit. Both Havoc and Prodigy were 31 when they released this album. 2 weeks later, Havoc turned 32. I was in my freshman year in high school when this album came out. And to me, it's not one of Mobb Deep's worst albums, but not one of their best ones either. Because I prefer their other albums before they got signed with G Unit, but this album is not that bad. It still doesn't get no credit, along with their 6th album, America's Nightmare. My favorite song off the album is Put 'Em in Their Place, Speaking So Freely, Give It To Me, Pearly Gates, It's Alright. It's Alright's my all-time favorite with 50 and MJB. I like that song because of Mary J. Blige. She is the queen of hip-hop and R&B. And the bonus tracks of this is the Out of Control remix and Have a Party. Have a Party is from the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, and I'm glad Mobb Deep decided to put this song on this album. But yeah, this Mobb Deep Blood Money album is not that bad. So I have, 6 Mobb Deep albums? The Infamous, Hell on Earth, Murder Music, Infamy, America's Nightmare, and Blood Money. The only Mobb Deep albums that I don't have is their first one, Juvenile Hell, and their last album, The Infamous Mobb Deep. Havoc did say there will be a new Mobb Deep album, and there will be some unheard verses from Prodigy before his death. So thank you, Havoc, for 15 years of this classic project, and rest in peace to Prodigy. I still can't believe that he's gone. That wraps up my quick rant celebrating 15 years of the Infamous Mobb Deep's 7th album, Blood Money. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next anniversary rant. Get this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Make sure you leave your comment down below. I'll catch you tomorrow for a recap of Thursday or Friday through today's games between the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. And reminiscing 22 years of a lumberjack match between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin from the May 3rd, 1999 edition of Raw is War. And The Undertaker attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin, reminiscing 20 years of that from the May 3rd, 2001 edition of SmackDown. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Happy 15th to the Infamous Mobb Deep's Blood Money album.